We're just gone through some holidays and we're moving into the hottest 3 months of the summer. And I know what that means. Most everybody I know wants to get away, go somewhere where there's some sand and water so they can cool down a little bit. Well, if you're needing a little extra money for your vacation, there's been no better time with school over, the kids out, you've been barbecuing for your relatives. If you need some extra money, there's no better way than to get rid of some unwanted or unused gold. Now, a lot of people say, what do you mean by scrap gold? I'll show you what I mean. This right here is just a bag of old used gold. And I'm going to take it and pour it out here on this tray if I can get this bag open. I'm going to bring in somebody from Georgia Tech for this part of it. But what we mean by scrap gold is, I know a lot of people out there will remember nugget bracelets, nugget watches. We see tons of that, but this is what we'd call a dated style. My wife had 2 pieces she hadn't wore in probably 15 years. And she wanted to know if they would be worth some money, and I told her no, and I took them, sold them. But if you got some stuff that you've bought years ago, even if you bought it from me, right now I can give about $12, $13 a gram more than we were selling it for when we first came here. We can give that much for scrap. But scrap doesn't always mean it's torn up. It just means it's a dated style. You've switched from yellow gold to white gold, something you don't wear anymore. Now on this tray here are the contents of that bag I just dumped. You see, and I know you remember the herringbones and shrimp style earrings, puffed hearts, atta beads, pink ice, all that type stuff. Well, if you look at this tray right here, I want everybody out there that's watching this to just say, how much do you think the gold on this tray is worth if you had to guess? Now I asked Rose and I asked Brandon. I think one said 600, one said 800. Is that correct? Okay. I didn't say I had a good memory, but there is $1,416 worth of gold here. And these are hollow. This is hollow. It doesn't take that much weight to add up. The other day I had somebody brought in $3,000 worth of gold and they thought it was worth about 600 bucks. So the one thing we will do for you, if you bring in your gold, we'll look at it all, and if there's a piece we're going to buy to resell, something like a Art Deco piece, something rare, something unusual, if I like it and I want to put it in my estate case, I'll pay you a price for a finished piece. If it's just gold, one earring, grandpa's tooth, anything made of gold, we'll buy it from you according to the daily price. Today I think it's at $1,394 per ounce of 24 karat gold. 14 carats about 58.5% pure, 10 carats about 41.7% pure. A lot of people ask me, what do the carats mean? Well, 14 means 14 parts out of 24 pure, 24 being 100%. Like 18 karat means 18 parts out of 24 pure. Now, if you have a piece that you're not sure if it's gold, you bring it in and we'll be glad to test it for you and find out if it is real. The reason I say bring it in and we'll test if it's real, I've had a lot of people have pieces that are not marked. Sometimes if you have something custom made by a local shop, it won't have a carat mark in it. It should, but I've seen pieces without that. Splashes won't have a carat mark, but we can acid test any piece. All the fake pieces that we see are marked as though they're real 14 karat. So I know a lot of people have been tricked, but we want everything you bring in to be real. So we're going to test it with acid, we're going to check it. We buy platinum, gold, and silver, and we can check it all for you. So don't throw it out. I've had people throw pieces away, find out later they were real. And don't act like you're bothering us. You come in, we'll be glad to check anything for you. Now, we do buy, when I said we sell estate pieces, this is a piece that we got in. It's in a mahogany case and it's got inlay on it in ivory. But this is an old key-wind Civil War issue 18 karat gold pocket watch. If we have any collectors out there, I'm going to see if I can get this open for you. This is a piece that was originally made by Jules Jurgensen, sent to the United States in pieces. This is what they call a cottage watch. There's no name on the face because they sent about 200 parts here to be assembled in the U.S. This is what they call a key wind and a key set. Anybody familiar with pocket watches will recognize these keys. You open up the face, you set the hands with this. On the back, you wind it with this instrument instead of at the top. Now, the thing that's rare about this one, on the back, it was presented to a Civil War hero. It's engraved. I looked this up online. Unfortunately, he was a Northern Civil War hero, not Southern. But he was wounded 3 times in battle. He was with the 10th Massachusetts Volunteers. And this is a piece that, well, it has about $2,800 worth of just gold in it. But something like this is just too pretty and too pristine for me to scrap. This is going to be sold to a collector that wants a fine piece for his collection. Now, diamonds is what we specialize in, as always. I'm just going to show you a few examples. This is an oval 1 carat with sapphires on each side. This piece is an emerald cut, and it has baguettes set, channeled set inside the band. This piece right here, we'll let it go for about $5,500. Here's a 1 carat solitaire. I think it's a 107. That's just all by itself. We could take this stone and put it in a ring like this. If you want something that has a halo, something that has stones in the side, or if you want something traditional like an old Tiffany setting, we can definitely put it in that. I sort of like something that's not overstated. But these micro pave, when I say overstated, I don't think they're really overstated. They're just enough stones to accent that silver stone. But if you said, I like this, but I'd like to have it with a round stone or a pear shape, that can be done. We do custom jobs here, we custom build. The rings that we have in stock run from about $200 up to about $25,000. We also do State Farm insurance replacements. We're an official replacement center for them, and we do them for Jewelers Mutual, which is the largest insurer of jewelry on earth. Because of that, we can bring in any stone you want to see. And if you don't want it, we can send it back. They'll memo it in. It's called memorandum for us to see, for you to see. If you like that particular stone, we'll build a ring around it, or we'll replace your stone with it. And if you do have an insurance loss, you come in, we'll look at your appraisal, and we'll replace it with the exact same thing you had, and we will make sure the cut is correct, the angles are good, and we'll make sure you get a fine stone, something you can be proud of. Also, if you need insurance appraisals done, I think we're the only certified appraisers in this area. I just completed about 100 and something appraisals for 2 different people. I like the work, but I don't like to work that hard. But if you need them done, we'll get them done for you. And the main thing is you want to make sure you get what you had or better. And if you have an irreplaceable antique, something from your grandmother, your great-grandmother, we'll state that on the appraisal for you to safeguard you, because one person told me, said, no money can replace this ring. She said, nothing will replace it, irreplaceable antique. So in a case like that, sometimes I've had people cash it out instead of replacing the ring, but we'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. We're here to help you, and if you need us to communicate with your insurance company, we'll be glad to. Now, here's another estate piece. This came from a very good customer of mine. His wife passed away about 3 years ago, and he decided to start selling off some of her pieces. But this is a very fine piece. This is about 7 carats, and this piece will let go for about $6,200. And you have to see this to appreciate it. It's got VS stones. They're all G color, and that VS just means they're completely clean under a loop. This is a really beautiful piece. And if it's something you want, if you're going out for a special occasion, going to the country club, going to some event, these have 80-point marquees in the center. They're surrounded by baguettes, and they've got marquees in the top. This is an absolutely gorgeous estate piece. It's not something you'd wear every day, but it's something you'd wear. It's beautiful. Now, if you have something coming up, I know sometimes I give the fellas the short end of the stick. I know people have different occasions, anniversaries, graduations. Even if, like my son said, if you didn't get me the watch I wanted for graduation, it's okay to give it to me late. But if there's something you need, if we don't have it, we'll be glad to order it. But like this is an estate piece, and it's, well, actually it's not estate. I think it was the death of a marriage. But this one right here is a what they call Platinum Yacht Master. This lists for over $10,000. We'll let this piece go for about $6,500. It has the box, papers, and everybody always says, is that a real Rolex? Of course it is. We check everything out. We can open the back, but we've had everything certified, sealed, and without doubt, this is a deal on this watch. Now, Citizens watches are what we've always carried. In the beginning, they were running second place to Seiko. Now they are the largest watch company in the world. They make the Eco drives that charge through the face. We have them for men, ladies. They run anywhere from 50% off, some of them 25%, but in general they all run between 30 and 35 off. But we do have a few in the case that we have a factory authorized discount of 50%. Plus, if you need watch batteries, you need anything serviced, you need watch repair, come in and see us. And the last thing I want to show today is this beautiful antique bracelet, diamond bracelet. This was made before they called them tennis bracelets. It's engraved on the sides. It's got crystal clear stones. They're all bead set. It's 14 karat die struck. It's just a beautiful piece. You have to see this to believe it. If you want to start your own legacy or leave an heirloom to someone, this is a perfect piece for that. And these are pieces, this would be considered an irreplaceable antique. You just can't go out and find a piece like this in most stores. Now, remember, if you've got something coming up, if you've got taxes overdue, if you've got a car that's broken down, if you've got to go out and take the kids to the beach, come in and bring that scrap gold and we'll let you know what it's worth. Now, if there's anything, like I say, that you're not sure of, you bring it in. We keep a staff on hand. We'll be glad to look at it. We'll be glad to give you a price on it. And plus, we keep a computer up front that has the price of gold to the second. It's got platinum, silver, all that type of stuff. And if you have coins, anything made of gold or silver that you're interested in, I keep a monthly publication from a coin company. I'll be glad to assist you in the value of those coins. As always, I want everybody to have a safe summer out there, and I want everybody to enjoy yourself and have a good time. But like my uncle told me, if you don't die on your birthday or on holidays, you're doing pretty good. So do be careful when you're out there. The last thing people say before they get hurt is, watch this. So be careful. Everybody have a good summer, a safe summer, and come see us at the Jewelry Exchange.
To advertise your business on TV, contact ELLIOTT Media at 706-529-4237.